What is going on, creator? Today, we are going to be exploring my favorite lifetime deals of the year. About 11 months ago, I found this website called AppSumo, and so they are known for having some of the best lifetime deals in the web. So that's the main quest of this video. I also want to share some updates about the channel, some other things that I've come to realize over the past few days. So MediaPlace, it's essentially a file management software, and the idea behind this, the reason why I like this one so much, is because you can have folders of audio files, images, video clips, GIFs, your favorite, like all these favorite assets that you like. If I have this on my other monitor screen, I can pretty much drag any of the assets from their folder directly into like my Premiere Pro timeline or whatever video editing timeline. It treats the files inside of the interface like you're in a Finder window, which is really neat. Anyways, Kusar video. This one is sick. It's like a social media investigation tool for TikTok and Instagram. And so what it lets me do is it lets me take my favorite creators and it will automatically find their highest performing content. It'll give me the video transcripts. It'll give me their scripts, and like it will help me use AI to synthesize their message. Really only touched the surface of this tool. I've only added like 1 or 2 accounts to investigate, but hopefully that changes pretty soon because I want to start being more intentional with how I am picking out content. Anyway, SendFox, one-time payment. I think I got this one for 35, and this is just really awesome because it's AppSumo's very own email marketing suite. And out of all the tools that I've used, this one is really the most affordable because you pay like $35 one time. And what happens is you get access to, for me, for the license tier 1 that I bought, I have 5,000 contacts, unlimited sends per month. I can segment them into different audiences. I can send unlimited emails. So realistically, for growing out a small email list, I would be using this right now with like freaking card.co if I wasn't using beacons at the moment. The one we're moving on to is my favorite, my absolute favorite tool. Now, I was lucky. Before AppSumo sold out of BoardMix, I snagged this this tool for 35 bucks. You can buy it from their official website as a lifetime deal for just $89. And so what I've been using BoardMix for, I've been doing like brainstorming the org, taking AI prompts and ChatGPT frameworks, and I'm trying to like synthesize them into my own things. I've been doing like YouTube video notes, all on this open canvas. But the thing is, what's really cool about this is not only does it like update real time, it has dark mode, it has everything you would want from a whiteboarding tool. I can organize my board by tags. I can take a specific element and say, oh, I want to add this to a custom template or add it to my roadmap so I can easily bounce to it. Let's say I take this video and I think is associate with a canvas object. So if I want, let's say like this sticky note to link to that object, press done. So if I click this and I click the connection, I can jump over to wherever I linked it to. So you can link to different places on the canvas really easily. I could take this asset and add it to a custom template. And so you can create a library of custom templates in your BoardMix that you can just easily add to boards over time all over again. So it just has a buttload of features, even more features than Miro. But what I think is most distinct is definitely the tags for organization. Really great variety of things you can do here. Tables, notes, mind maps. They have AI integrations, but I don't really use that too much. More shapes than you could imagine. Frames. A lot of customizations for the stuff that we're doing here. It's just beautiful. And the last thing I want to mention, there isn't a dedicated mobile app for BoardMix, but the thing is that I opened this on Safari on my iPad, and it works great. Like I was taking notes over my handwritten notes that I just imported over to this whiteboard. And so I draw on my iPad on this whiteboard and it'll sync in real time with whatever computer I'm on as well. So it's just been a really great place to do some bigger picture thinking. So yeah, BoardMix one time. Unfortunately now it's $89 instead of $35. But instead of that really beats paying $20 a month for the business version of Miro. Like I love Miro, but Miro did not have a dark mode. And so moving on, this is another lifetime deal that I bought. It's sold out now, but this one's pretty neat. It was like a a condensed ad manager. It's called Ad You Need. And I think I spent somewhere around like $69 for it, something like that. But it was like a one-time deal, and you could manage ad campaigns on like every single platform, and it was like super streamlined. And also use AI to help you generate the ads too. All right, the third lifetime deal. This one is one of my top 3. So we got MiniMarks. And so MiniMarks is just a visual bookmarking tool. They are still on AppSumo. You guys can buy this right now for $49. And this was what mine looks like. I spent like a couple hours the first day setting it all up, thinking of all the tools that I use on a regular basis and putting it here. And what's really neat is that I'm a really big advocate for using sidebars in your browser. That's why I try to convert people to Microsoft Edge or like Vivaldi a lot of the time. I used to use Vivaldi, but now I'm an Edge user just because of the simplicity of it and the consistency of it. When I use Edge on any of my computers, the sidebar apps, the extensions in the browser stay in sync. And that's just, I use multiple devices all the time. So that's just too valuable to my workflow to give up for another browser. Inside of MiniMarks, in the settings, you can choose whether or not you want links to open in a new browser or open in the tab. And so I have to open a new browser off. And what that essentially allows for is that anything I click on, if I go to Instagram right now, it's going to open in the MiniMarks window. So I'm still in the MiniMarks, but I'm opening that tab. And so what's really cool is if I X out of this little MiniMarks tab and open it back up, it's been reset. So if I quickly need to access a page and I don't want to open a new tab and I don't want to close that tab and do all that stuff, I can quickly open MiniMarks, go to any of the websites that I visit often, like Cosmos, open that element, and then after I've done what I needed to with that tab, maybe copy the image, I can just close it and that tab is reset. And what's even cooler about this bookmarks manager is that if I say, oh, what's the weather like today? Usually this little search bar will search the apps first, but if I just press enter, guess what? It Googled it for me. It'll also instantly activate your Google search bar. It's just my go-to tab. It's like my go-to new tab. I can have a new tab without having to actually make a new tab. So that's the power of a sidebar, but that's a post for another time. I definitely need to prioritize my extensive like browsers workflow, favorite browser extensions post. That's something I need to finish creating for the Flow Creators Academy like ASAP, because that is a very, very powerful post that I haven't fully put on paper yet. So we'll get around to that. So yeah, that's MiniMarks. It's just a really sick bookmarks manager. TidyCal. This is basically Calendly, but pay one time instead of paying like $12 a month. However, I had one gripe with it, and that is obviously no dark mode. So that pisses me off, but it's a beautiful TidyCal alternative. I can embed this in like a card.co website. I can embed this in other places. I'd imagine it would probably even work in a Notion page if I embedded it into a Notion document, but I haven't tested that, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. The last lifetime deal I'm going to be mentioning in today's video is OnlySocial. This one actually wasn't an AppSumo lifetime deal. I just found it. I kept getting Instagram ads for it because I've been in need for a social media marketing and scheduling tool. And I actually did recently just purchase one from AppSumo. It was called UNUM, like Unum. And I used to have that social media scheduler back in the day. Wait, let me see if I can find it on AppSumo, Unum. So I bought this one and tested it out, but the application felt really half-baked. And that's where I've been trying out OnlySocial for the past week or so. And so OnlySocial, as you can see, this website connects to a lot of different tools. Like, look at all the different social networks it's compliant with. If you're using any of these, this connects to that. And so these are all the accounts I've connected to it. As you can see, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, Reddit, Pinterest. However, I did a test post last week, and then they actually had a public notification for the Pinterest where they were stating that, oh, sorry, video posts on Pinterest are temporarily broken, but we're fixing it like right now. So aside from that, like if I go to my test posts, like I basically made this video post as a test post. And as you can see, it uploaded to Instagram, it uploaded to Threads, it uploaded to YouTube Shorts. I made it private by default. It uploaded to LinkedIn. TikTok, I'm pretty sure it uploaded to TikTok, but I don't see a link. So maybe it didn't work on TikTok. I had to verify. Didn't work on Reddit. Didn't work on Telegram. the Pinterest videos are broken, so it told me that. It worked on X. So most of the platforms, the first time I tested it, worked great. And so this right here is actually the thread that I'm scheduling that's going to be in combination to this post. So this post was my favorite 3 lifetime deals. So I've started writing it before this video. Not sponsored, these are my own opinions essentially. And so the first one, BoardMix. So the thing is, I'm going to take the clips that I go and explore BoardMix and slap it on here. So I'm going to add the video clip after I've created it. And then MiniMarks is the second one, $49, my favorite bookmarks manager. And third one, $98, you can get this tool, OnlySocial. So instead of paying like $25 to $35 a month for Metricool or later, or Hootsuite, you can get this one and enjoy it for life. And what's really unique about this platform is that I know X's algorithm has gotten much more complicated to access. So a lot of tools lost access to scheduling to X. And then I know almost every single other social media platform and currently can't post to Threads. And I really like Threads. And so this one, Threads and X works. It was a little bit more of a complex, it was a slightly more complex process to connect my X account, but it still fully functioned. Like I was able to do it pretty straightforward manner because they have documentation on how to do it. So basically, after I make this video, I'm going to splice up some of the demos of the programs that I'm talking about from this recording and slap them in this carousel and press publish, and it's going to be automatically scheduled because I have X and Threads published. Yeah, really cool. For $98, that's badass and dope. And they even have a sales bot. However, this is like an auto DM tool, and this is what really, basically, the sales bot, I experimented with it, and the thing is, it was actually one of the reasons that really sold me on this lifetime deal. If it was just social posts, I wasn't really that interested, but I was looking for like a ManyChat replacement because I didn't want to be paying $15 a month for ManyChat. And this one also has ManyChat built into it. But the thing is, I noticed that with the sales bot, it was a little bit complicated to set up. Like it wasn't as straightforward as using some of these other automation platforms. And it was strange because when I connected it to my Instagram, I had a friend comment on one of my stories, and then it was just like, it auto replied back to him. And it's like, oh, thank you for showing interest in this story. And it was just like, by default, it set up some random automation that anybody who comments on my story is like, oh, thank you for showing interest. So yeah, it has some weird, it like sets up something by default, and it was a little bit on the more complicated side. I'm not sure why it's not letting me log into it right now. Maybe it'll work this time. Super strange, that didn't happen last week, but it's a mixed bag with lifetime deals. But the thing is, I actually maybe it's because I disabled the sales bot. I did turn it off because I didn't like how it was doing the auto DM things. So maybe that's why it's not showing. But regardless, this tool still feels more than worth it because I was gonna refund it initially, but then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, bro, like Hype Fury for scheduling X posts, that's gonna run me, like that one itself is like $35 a month or more. And like, that's just for one platform. And these ones, I can literally post to all of these platforms, even if it's just like a rudimentary like text post. I can still post to all of these platforms, and I never have to pay for this ever again. I've already purchased it. Like, I don't think it's even worth refunding because I couldn't even think of another platform right now that actually supports posting to Threads. And so I do want to be active on Threads because it's directly connected to my Instagram. So yeah, that's OnlySocial, and that's about it. So now that we've conquered the lifetime deals, I do want to share some updates with this channel and the direction of where we're going with it. I've got some exciting news. So we have been exploring different avenues for mentor synthesis. The thing is, we're working on this Flow Creators brand, and this page right here, it's meant to be like, these videos are meant to be shit in the beginning. They're meant to be like not super polished. It's literally just me coming on here and sharing valuable workflows for you guys. So I guess Flow Creators kind of just aligns with that in general. But I also kind of wanted to treat this as like more of a secondary channel, but at the same time my main channel. But I want to have this secondary channel mentality to it so that I really just post unapologetically, because I know I'm like prone to being like a perfectionist and I want to like polish every single video. But I was just watching some YouTube video strategy earlier today, and a lot of the appeal to posting regularly is having the same type of content structure format. And this type of content structure format where I'm just explaining certain tool workflows and stacks with you right here is really just aligned with what I want to do. And so speaking of explaining these tool stacks, I wanted to share some cool new updates I made to my workflow today, or like this week. And so first of all, the bookshelf was like more well lit earlier. The light's gone away since I've started recording, but we updated the bookshelf. One, we used to have like a couple storage containers in there now, but now it's just all books and I love it. It looks great. I actually ordered some lights on Amazon today to illuminate it better, so I can't wait for those to arrive. Secondly, we have this right here. So I have modified my split camera view. And so the thing is, I know that there are a lot of videos going absolutely viral on like Instagram and YouTube. And the thing is, they're using physical mediums to portray things. Like, the thing is, people are getting tired of just seeing like motion graphics and like all these over-edited graphics. People are craving real physical digital things like hand-drawn stuff, like whiteboards, like notepads where you're just going over a very accurate lesson, straightforward. And so I'm going to ruin this perfectly good page just for this demonstration, but it's worth it. So the thing is, I have this really sick, it looks like a giant scrapbook or grimoire that I found from like Goodwill that has this black construction paper. When I saw this, I was like, this is it. This is the one. But this is the white ink, and I can do lessons right here with you guys. I can create graphics, talk about topics, learning new topics, and synthesizing things. So the thing is, yeah, I plan on using this for new explainer type of formats, not just because I like digital whiteboards. Like, the thing is, I was showing you my canvas earlier and I like that format, but I just don't feel like we need more physical in the equation as well. So the thing is, when I'm doing digital tools, yeah, we can do that. But when I'm talking about general life lessons, like I'm talking about like neuro knowledge type shit, because the thing is, I see myself on par with a lot of spiritual teachings like neuro knowledge, but I despise seeing all these neuro knowledge copycats popping up in my YouTube feed, like blatantly like tank top, some sort of hat, glasses, fucking whiteboard, just literally ripping off neuro knowledge. That just feels so wrong to me. But the thing is, the way that I've been wanting to do it, this teaching content anyways, is via this via a digital written medium. And I love my top-down camera view, and I even have this silver Sharpie for like headlines, like headline 1, boom. Look how freaking crispy that silver Sharpie looks. I had a white paint marker, but for some reason it like bled into the page. But the silver, I have a silver and a gold one, and they look hot, bro. Like super hot fire. That was a lame flame, but you get the picture. So that's really sick. I plan on doing some like some life lessons teaching, maybe like grabbing a phone and like pointing at it and doing some lessons on this piece of paper, because that's the type of content that if I do that consistently and show up doing short form content in that format, that's just straight up gonna, like, that has viral potential. And the thing is, I don't want to, play just for the algorithm. It's a medium that makes me happy because I get to actually handwrite these lessons. It's proven to perform in social media, so it's a win-win. What happened to my controller? Hey, yo, OBS, what's good? Oh, okay, so that's my split screen view. You can see my top and bottom screen right now. We're gonna go back to the top screen and back to the main camera. So, actually one more is that when I'm planning out these the videos for the handwritten stuff, I also just keep this notepad here handy so I can pretty much outline. Like, I wrote a rough outline of what I wanted to talk about in this video right here on this other notepad. And like I was saying, I use BoardMix. I take pictures of these handwritten things that I'm jotting down throughout the day, and I plug them into BoardMix, and then I go take them over to Starbucks, or I take my MacBook over to Starbucks and get some work done. And that was the other topic that I wanted talk with you guys about today. I just downloaded DaVinci Resolve on my Mac, and I cannot wait to experiment with it. I've been taking some notes. Like, I've got some notes on different plugins that I cannot wait to go install on DaVinci Resolve right here. I may end up editing this video with DaVinci Resolve, so I cannot wait to see how that goes, because I've been a Premiere Pro and Adobe Suite user all this time, and I still use the Adobe Suite. But DaVinci, like, I want to start getting really going ham and going in with my color grading and learning how to actually like learning about the creative process again, because it's been a long time since I've really like leaned into getting better at producing content. But I want to create content with more purpose and more educational value to it, rather than just visual stimulation, because I can create a fucking nasty edit, like speed ramping and all that good jazz. I've got such a good eye for editing, but I wanted to use these GIFs for spreading positive messages into the collective and empowering messages into the collective, sharing some of the best ideas, which is why I'm building the Mentor Synthesis brand, which is going to be the other primary focus. Okay, so the last thing was I found this channel the other day while I was browsing my YouTube shorts, and it had like some podcast clip. And so the thing is that I know that some of the best wisdom that I'm going to be finding for this brand page that I have, Mentor Synthesis, will likely be found from podcasts. But this is just insane, because I saw this guy and I'm like, wait, this guy's fairly new. He's got 2.8 thousand subscribers, but he's bringing in hella views. Let's see. He's at 1.4 million views. His channel was made back in July of last year, but I went and investigated his social blade. This is just a random person from India. He's like, I'm going to chop up podcast clips. I'll show you one of their videos so you can gauge the quality of it. Not bad.
Whatever is important to you.
And what I really like about this person's page is that every single person that he posts content from, he always puts a hashtag and the name of the person speaking to give credit. And essentially what I like to call this is that I see a lot of people spouting the like praises to this business model of like a faceless YouTube channel. But I've always seen faceless YouTube channels more as like opportunities to spread a purpose-driven message, because a lot of people are trying to like sell out and like make the most AI, like degenerate, rotten, like AI brain rot content, like some stupid quizzes that's going to catch a kid's attention and be like, who would you save from a burning fire? Type comments 1 for your mom, comment 2 for your dad, comment 3 for your brother, and like this stupid like engagement bait AI brain rot stuff that they can print thousands of video of in like a couple of minutes, essentially using AI, and they just farm that shit, and it just goes so well in YouTube Shorts, and the ad revenue just prints. But the thing is, like, that's just putting more brain rot, more garbage noise into the collective, and that just feels wrong to me. But something like this person decided the only limit is the one you set in your mind. They've got a very good, straightforward caption. Welcome to this Ascend Awakening. We share powerful, motivational, inspirational, educational content designed to help you grow and overcome challenges. So they are a purpose-driven community page that is posting positive messages into the collective. And so the thing is, I counted how many posts they've made, and when they started uploading 4 months ago, and they have on average a little bit less than 1 post per day. So they literally, like, you can go and be a clipper and upload 1 piece of content a day and look at the results from this. Basically what I'm looking at is they have an estimated monthly earnings of $345 to $5.5 thousand in ad revenue. And so the thing is, what I have learned from having a lot of YouTuber friends is that when you see this ad revenue box right here, usually the amount is a bit on the closer to the top side. The thing is, I think it would be safe to assume that this YouTube channel is making about $4,000 a month in ad revenue, and they've been posting just once a day for the past 4 months, only YouTube shorts, and they're actually spreading positive messages, and they're giving credits to the original authors. And so the thing is, I have this Mentor Synthesis brand that I've been building, and I was initially thinking of like channeling all of my creative energy and focus into this, into like trying to make it like the highest quality, like artistic content that I could possibly create, and like getting personally involved with tying it to like my being, like my name, and like saying, oh, okay, this is one of my brands type deal. When I'm thinking, you know what? I can just share, I can decide, who are the biggest mentors that I'm studying right now and that I want to start synthesizing their wisdom from and their content. I can start breaking down their content, like pulling out the gems and cutting them up into clips. Basically what I'm getting at here is I'm going to transition associating that mentor synthesis brand straight up, like full on with my personal brand. It can just be a faceless page. I can create a positive impact and make money using the mentor synthesis page. Like literally, the thing is, think about this for a second. When you are using a purpose-driven theme page, not only will it be an avenue for you to learn from the mentors you choose more effectively because you get to study their content while you edit it, but it will also force you to evolve your creative systems so you can clip and post one or multiple pieces of content per day. It'll challenge you to become a much more proficient editor, or to outsource a much more proficient editor if that's not something you want to do yourself. And thirdly, within a couple of months, that is literally going to be paying more than a regular part-time job. This guy is earning up to $5,000 a month after 4 months of work. Where do you think this page is going to be in a year? In a year from now, that could easily be generating $15,000 a month. Like, the bigger the page gets, the more traction it gets, the more ad revenue it's going to be bringing in. And with faceless channels, especially purpose-driven ones, like once you've done it once, you can do it again. You can teach other people. Like me being able to do this for the mentor synthesis brand will actually allow me to have a much more valuable offer in my Flow Creatives personal brand, because now not only can I help guide you to designing your own aligned brand theme page and personal brand / community that is coherent, but I could also just share with you from my experience the steps I took to make it a sustainable income. That's another big focus of where I'm going to be putting a lot of my energy moving forward. Like, I can just shit post on this page, just do one take recordings, maybe just trim it, edit it up a little bit. But thing is, yeah, the Flow Creators organization, the vision of it, a lot of the stuff isn't stuff I need to focus on constantly. I can just write about it once, document it once, and then once it's documented, I can start just talking about whatever the fuck. I can jump on here and talk about whatever the fuck is up. Like whatever is relevant in the creative collective that I feel like you guys need to know about. And that's about it, guys. Keep flowing, stay growing. Catch you next time. Peace.